So with that, ladies, welcome. It's Monday. We're going to talk about FITT Principle and how to burn more fat in your training. I feel like all this whole 6 weeks we've been talking about food. But I say that because most of us say, oh, the training's easy. I got that down. Food's the hard part. Is that majority or no? Like got the training down, but the food is eh. Or no, I got nutrition down, training is have you guys heard of the FITT principle? FIIT? Anyone want to take a no? No one wants to take a guess.
I think it's frequency and interval. That's all I can think of. Something in training.
You know what? It's pretty close. So FIT, so F is for frequency, I is for intensity, T is for time, and the other, I'm sorry, it's not FIIT, it's FITT. So frequency, intensity, time, and type. And so how I use that FITT principle when working with clients, when people are coming in and, their nutrition is pretty darn good, but they kind of came to a standstill. If you change one of those principles, you're then going to change the adaptation of I'll just keep it simple. You'll change the adaptation of your metabolism. So for some of us, if our metabolism has been in the tanks because we dieted a lot, we restricted calories, and we've done that for a lot of time, a lot of years, 5, 10, 20 years, we've been kind of just trying to take control of our body, and our body's fighting us. And you're like, why is it not losing fat? And your body's like, well, why don't you just fucking feed me first and then take me for a walk? Think of your body as a dog. But like if you change the frequency, so if you're working out 2 times a week, if you add an extra workout, the adaptation to your metabolism, your muscle structure, everything is going to change and you're going to burn more fat. Maybe you're already working out 5 or 6 times, but what is the intensity of those workouts? Are you lifting heavier? Are you pushing yourself so maybe during those timed intervals, you're not actually able to get through the whole time? So say the coach is doing a 30-second or a 45-second interval. Try to not make it. Try to turn up the intensity so that you're going to fail before the time. So that's a way that you can change up the intensity. And time, like all of our boot camps are 45, so you really can't change that. But could you go into Studio B and maybe add a little extra cardio, a little burpees, man makers, jump ropes, pull-ups? Could you go for a walk? Walk is actual more time, right? So especially after a workout, if you went for like a 5, 10 minute, 15-minute walk, you're going to be burning off that lactic acid that you built up in the muscle. And then the type of training, if you are not lifting weights 3 times, definitely try to get that 3rd. If you are, try a 4th. And see the changes, because changing up your cardio is good mentally. Like maybe take a dance class or take kickboxing or take a cardio kickboxing, sorry, not a cardio kickboxing, but a HIIT class. Change up the way you're doing cardio. Maybe if you're doing a treadmill, do it at an incline. Maybe do it at 10 for 5 minutes and then, drop it down to 8 for 3 minutes, and then drop it down to 4. So you're changing the type, because now you're working your hamstrings and glute, and now you're going into your quad. So you're changing the muscles as you're walking. Maybe if you have a piece of equipment at home, like a row machine or something like that, changing up how you do it. Maybe go slow, changing up the tempo of it. We're still talking about type, so that might be a bad example, but for type, it would be basically making sure you get strength training in. I will say that for sure. If you're not getting strength training in, change that type ASAP. And then changing up the type of way you're stimulating your muscle, then you're changing the class. Trying a hit and lift, trying a dance, trying to stimulate your body more. Questions on frequency. How many of you all are training 3 times? Or just hold up. How many sessions did you do last week? I don't even think I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I did 4. Oh, let me see. I'm looking 3, 6, 6. Oh, Christine, I can't see your fingers. Oh, 6. Okay, 3, 2, 2. Melissa, I have to give you mad shout out, girl. Because you don't come into the studio. When was the last time you were here?
March 2020.
Wow.
She's been working out at home, working from home, working out at home. She has not stopped. So mad respect, girl. Sorry, Jody, how many days did you work out last week? Yeah, Lynn, yes. Diane, how many did you? Sorry, I'm on the last row. Awesome. Kim, last week. Great. Of those sessions that you did, how many were strength training? For me, it was, I had 3 strength training last week. How many did you put weights in your hand? Awesome, 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 awesome. Oh, Dawn and Jody, I didn't see yours, honey. Honey.
4.
Last week were strength for you?
4.
4? Awesome. Oh, hey, Linda. How many days did you work out last week, Linda? In your fingers. Did you work out 7? I don't know if she's hearing me. Okay. So if we were looking at the F principle, how can we burn more fat? If we just this week, if we could change the frequency, it's a Christmas week, it's a hard week. If we could change the frequency before the end of the month, what do we have? The 20th. So we have 11 more days left of the month. Is frequency something you want to change? Like, you don't have to. There's 4 principles. You only have to change 1. If frequency is 1, who wants to change frequency? I do. I definitely want to work out more than 4. Okay, so cool. So if frequency is the one you want to change this week to try to burn more fat, what's going to be your change? And I'm happy to help too. What is your frequency going to be in the next 11 days? That's going to be different than what you've been doing. Lynn, you're going to go from what number? Oh, sorry, I echoed there. Let me, I think somebody's got. I'm just going to mute some of. Okay, no echoing. Okay, so if anyone wants to take themselves off mute, what did you do and what are you going to do?
I did 2. I'm going to do 4
Nice.
because of vacation.
Yeah, good. Anyone else want to check? Anyone else who's going to do frequency in the next 11 days that want to share what they did and what they're going to do? Yeah, go, Amanda.
So I did 3 last week, and this week I want to do 5, and at least 3 of those with weights.
Awesome. Yeah. And if you don't want to talk, just type it in the chat. I have the chat box up. I saw one person said, I'm going to add an on-demand training. Ooh. That's awesome. In fact, sometimes on Saturdays I do that. I'll just go into the on-demand and pull up a coach's video and do one of theirs. 6 days is fine, but I'm going to lift heavier. Awesome. And you know what, ladies, I will say lifting heavier sometimes can be intimidating, but just know that maybe you don't want to lift heavier in every muscle group, but you know that day you're feeling strong and you want to go heavier in the chest. And then maybe at some point you might be feeling really fatigued and you can't go heavier in one end. Don't feel like the whole workout has to be all or nothing. Maybe you just start heavier in the workout until you feel like your tank is low, and then feel your body to see if you can finish that. I know for me, sometimes I will go right in hard and then I'm dying at the end. So it's all about failing, really. When it comes to coming here on the floor, you want to fail. And you want to fall in love with failing, because that's where gains come, is from failing. And we're all adults now. We've had many failures in life and we've all become stronger from them. It's no different with your workouts. Okay, so moving on to the second principle. So we know frequency, intensity. Who thinks that they could probably turn it up a little bit? I know I can. I know I can. Yeah, thank you for being real. There's some days it's a little bit easier, but you know what? The days when it's hard, I'm just gonna like just pound out 10 burpees when I find myself going, hey, slacker. I'll be like, shit, now I gotta do 10 burpees. I don't know. That's something I'm gonna do. I like to play games with myself in my workouts. So who's gonna turn up their intensity for the remaining of the month? I will. Totally will. Awesome. Awesome, Alyssa. Yay, Peg. Oh, Dawn and Penny. Yes. Okay. Third principle, time. Is anybody willing to add more time into their workouts? Meaning after class, do something, before class, do something. And don't feel like you have to do all of these principles. Remember, you only have to change one. But if you feel like you're slacking and you can, I don't know if you've all heard, but Becky and I have been working on a project.
I should take the soap off.
Aw, it's Sally. I'll mute you,
Yeah,
Sal.
sorry.
Okay.
Bath time.
We've been working on a project for you and it's killing us, literally. But you'll understand why when we actually present it. It was going to be for Thanksgiving, but we couldn't finish it on time. And then it was going to be for December 1st. And now it's a Christmas gift. And we're praying to God we can get it to you for Christmas because the days are counting. But I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, now I know. So anybody out there that wants to add time to their workouts, this gift that we'll be giving to anyone who's been a client for 5+ years, you can use their gift to help you with that. That's all I'm going to say. And then let's see, moving on. Oh, I need to get answers. Did anyone want to use time? I know.
This one? Yeah.
I'm going to mute you again, Sal. Does anyone want to add more time to their workout? Oh, Kathy Baker says, I could use Studio B more. Oh, Megan, that's a great question. How much longer? Anything, right? If you're changing the time, if you go from 45 to 50, that's more, right? Or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. I don't want you to train an hour. That's ridiculous because then we're really overtraining, but it's just adding more time to your workout. Like there are sometimes like I just came off my girl weekend and I thought, okay, I'm going to do an hour. But when I looked at my clock and I was winding down my workout, I was like, oh, it's only been 45 minutes. Shit. All right. I'm going to go for a walk. So I got the extra 15 minutes in just by walking, but it's just time. So that's a great question. Let me just plug some. Let me see. I can add time some days. Awesome. Let me just plug my laptop in. It doesn't look like time is popular, which I get it. We're all busy. Who wants to work out longer? And type. Who wants to change and try a new session before the end of the year? Oh, what are you going to do, Wen? Which session are you going to try? And if you want to type it in the chat box, you can, or you can talk.
I took bar for the first time and I've been with EvoFit for almost a year.
Nice.
It
I've
was
heard
awesome.
good things so far.
I would like to try Soul Fusion.
Awesome. Is there something anybody else wants to change?
I
I
just,
was bar as well.
this is Lisa.
Go ahead, Lisa. Sorry.
Sorry. I was just going to say I tried cardio kickboxing last week for the first time, and that was really good. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my numbers up. I will give you a foot rub at the end of the class.
Yeah, so I'd like to try bar as well, but whomever said the thing about soul fusion, that's life changing. It's so great. It's like this just calming thing on a Sunday that you don't feel. I'm not a yoga person, but there's some yoga built into it. It's like the perfect mix of moving fast, but zenning out all at the same time. I like it. It's a good class.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. Thank you for adding on to that.
You're welcome.
Mm. Anyone else gonna try something new? Or a different class they haven't tried? Maybe it's boot camp with Lisa, but you know what? I'm gonna try a boot camp with me. Short of, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not really changing the type, but the instructor kind of lays out training differently in boot camp too. So this person might lay boot camp out a little different than the other, but none.
Zumba.
Zumba. Yes, we're actually going to have that on the 9th. My friend Stacy's coming back because the coaches, that's our annual coaches meeting. And then we have the LBD. So we needed someone to sub. So yeah, Zumba's fun. We burned a ton of calories and I feel like I barely even moved, but my hips were sore as hell the next day. Diane, you were in it too. But just to kind of recap on the FITT principles that you can apply to any workout, anything. You can do anything longer. You can be in one workout and then change the type. I mean, that's why sometimes we have HIIT and lift because there's two different types that you're stimulating your body. But with the frequency, it's just to burn up those extra calories that you'll want to train as often as possible, but without overexhausting yourself or overtraining. I will be the first one to crack the whip when I see somebody working out twice a week here because it's not needed. And I never want women to rely on overtraining to keep their body in the physical shape that they want it to be, because you're going to have to maintain that for the rest of your life. And what if you have an injury that puts you on the couch and you've relied on your workouts to make you feel better and to keep your physique, and now you have it taken away from you? So it's really about finding that balance. And so that's why sometimes I get to be a Nazi about overtraining, because don't rely on it. And I can speak for me, knee, hip, everything's gone. I can't work out the way I used to, but because I mentally struggled and went through that and let go of it, it could have taken me down, but I didn't let it. But I don't want that for you guys either. So on an average, your frequency should be 3 to 4 times a week. And lifting weights is important. Intensity, moderate to high intensity when you're working out to eliminate the excess fat. It's not always about red. Red is dead. Red is burning quick sugars that are available in the body. It's not ever burning stored fat. If you're in red, you're never going to burn fat. Yellow, blue, green, more apt to burn fat. Red is just for that. If you're pissed off and you have that fight flight and you just want to punch a bag, and you're like, I'm going to punch this bag for 10 minutes and you only get through 30 seconds. And then all of your lactic acid is starting to build up and all the quick sugars are gone. You were in red, you used all your available sugars, no stored fat. So if anything.
Quick question. It's something that like just spins with me a little bit. I have a high resting heart rate and I bought like a used band or whatever. I forget what it's called, but I bought one. I'm afraid to use it. Here's my question for you. You had told me at one point in time that your body figures yourself out. Like, I think I would be in red all of the time. Go ahead.
That's a great question, Kim. With the MyZone strap, it adjusts to you. So if you ever hit 100% and you're in that for more than I think it's 10 to 20 seconds, it's going to up your max heart rate. So like when I first started out, my max heart rate was at 174. I knew that was way too low, but I let the MyZone figure that out. I'm at 192 now. I hovered right around 186 as my max, but yes, it will adjust to you because the more you're in red and the more you are higher in your heart rate zone, the MyZone is going to say you're more fit than the average that they put you in at.
Right. Okay. So other question. Like, so A, I should just trust that process. And
Like-
then how long before I pay attention to that to like go outside of the red? I tend to work out, I don't know if it's stress or whatever, but I tend to work out hard. Should I, if at the end of that, at what point in time should I start to pay attention to that and start to slow it down to burn like the right?
You know, Kim, and that is another great question. I would say doing those hard, heavy, because and I have you in my boot camp, and I specifically pair you with people to lift heavier. So I contribute to that.
And I love it. I want, it makes me feel happy. I enjoy it. So I prefer to do all of that. If I'm doing myself a disservice from a fat burning perspective, then I would like to know that, and I will,
Adjust. Yeah. And I know you would. I would say 3 hard hit, like workouts a week with a little bit more pulled back. Just like hit high intensity interval training. If you're doing it right, when that coach sets a timer for you, you're not supposed to hit that time. You're supposed to burn out way before that. You're supposed to hit it like hard and then pull back and recover and get your heart rate back down to at least another color zone before you hit it right back up again. So when you look at your my zone, you should see hit high, work, recovery, work, recovery. So yeah, so maybe in a boot camp, maybe you decide today, I ate well yesterday, I have a lot of energy, or I had a really bad day. Make that your hard day, but just make sure that that next day is not another hard day.
Okay.
Like just love yourself and not lift as much. Maybe go for more reps.
Yep. And less. All right. I will talk with you more offline about this, but that's helpful. And I need to know more information, but not tonight.
Okay. And I will say too, did other women have the same question? Because maybe it is beneficial to continue it, but if not, 100% would love to talk to you after, always.
I'll set up my zone, and then I'll wait a week and a half to see where my things are. And then we can have a real conversation, right?
Yes. I love that. And I always get emails when when your max heart rate changes, I get an email saying that it has. I'll be looking for those. And Dawn says she's going to do more 5:45 a.m. Did I tell you guys that starting in January, we are going to add a 9? Yeah, Diane's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. We have never had a 9, Diane, ever, have we? No. So we're going to test it out. And we just need to make sure that we get, at least 12 ladies into that time slot. But I also don't want those 12 ladies to do it just to make sure, and then they overtrain, right? So
7 a.m. More 7.
Already on the schedule, yes. And it's doing great. And I'm so excited because it's thinned out the other sessions and it's given people options. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And thank you, Kim, for pushing that too. See, you guys all have voices and they do matter. Daisha, 9 a.m. on what day? I'm not sure what that question is. If you can type a little bit more. 9 a.m. on what day? I don't remember what I said, but if you want to type more, Diane.
9 a.m. class, and you were so excited about it.
I think you meant to say there's a Wednesday 5:45 coming, and you said a 9 a.m. maybe?
Oh, maybe, but it is 5:45 a.m.
On a Wednesday
Yeah.
after the year. Yeah.
Yeah, after the first year. Lisa G said, I want to do it. So she will definitely be leading it. What else was I was going over? Sorry, technical issue here. Okay, got it. Thought maybe Monday at 9 a.m. I know maybe there might be a 9 coming on Monday. Wouldn't probably be until the end of January, maybe February if it does happen though, Daisha. But yeah, keep asking for it because you never know. Let's see, exit full screen. Yes, that's what I want. Let me see, just going over that. We're just recapping the principles. So we're again over the frequency, the intensity, Was just recapping that when Kim asked some great questions about, hey, I train, I'm always in the red. Is that good or bad for fat loss? It's really kind of bad for fat loss. But like she said, okay, so how many days do I do that? I would say no more than 3. And in between, maybe go for higher reps and lighter weight, so that you're still stimulating the muscles, but just giving them a break, or giving your system a break so it can burn more fat. And then time, it just depends on the individual's fitness level. I mean, at 45 minutes, you might be toast and you're like, I'm done, I'm good. But the rest of you, maybe you might want to add a little walk in there, go into Studio B and do a little extra, maybe some core. We all want to work core, right? See how long you can plank for. And the most effective weight loss technique tends to be a mixture of cardio and strength. And if you're looking, obviously, if you're looking to tone up and sculpt your muscles, you definitely have to add resistance training in there. But for me, in my 11 years of doing this, I've always seen fat loss come from strength training, nutrition, and guess what macro is the most important when it comes to nutrition? Is it protein, fats, or carbs?
Protein.
Yeah.
Protein.
I've been drilling it into you every Monday. Protein, protein, protein. Even so much that in the nutrition workshop, I'm like, the first question you should ask yourself is frequency. How many times? I've done this with you every 3 to 4 hours. What's the first question when you sit with your meal? What's my protein? What's the third question? Do I have enough? And what resource and what fuel will I pair it with? This is nutrition for life. It's 4 questions. And if you eat more protein and you change one of those 4 principles, you're going to see change. And for you type A people, you're probably going to journal that shit. You're going to be like, all right, January 1st. Diane's laughing. I know you have a spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets too. And Melissa's like, oh, shit. But journal it. Write a little. I mean, we all should have a little journal to throw down our thoughts. I can't even talk. Our thoughts. And why not just put, hey, this week I'm going to change my intensity, see how it feels. Tell us that you did it. Put it in the inner circle group. Ladies, fucking brag. When you do something good, say it like you just had a shitty day and you want to tell everybody. Everybody wants to know you had a shitty day. Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry. Here I go. This is when I get on my little thing. Everybody wants to know when you're having a good day, but who wants to say that? Do it. Tell us when you change your frequency. Tell us when you change your type. Tell us. Brag. That's what that inner circle group's for. Stop being small and have a voice. Questions. I'm getting really fast at these. I'm the type of person that hates all this. Here's half an hour of why I want to talk about the FITT principle. And then I get into it. I just want to get into it. So if you're the type of person that likes all that fluffy shit, I'm not your girl. I just go right for it, right for the jugular. Questions, anything. It doesn't even have to be about the FITT principle. How's your week going? Anything you're struggling with, anything that I can help. Who's doing the LBD? Any questions on that? There has to be questions. Not even what's the meal plan going to be? That's not a question. Diane's like, yeah, but I'm not going to ask. Good, because I don't have the answer quite yet. I'm going back and forth between 2. Can't decide which one's going to be better. I'm more leaning on this one.
How detailed will the meal plan be?
Oh, really detailed. Like, here's your breakfast, and here's the meal plan, and here's your grocery shopping list. I hate that shit. If you tell me what to eat, I ain't going to eat it. If you tell me not to eat it, I'll eat it. No. I think meal plans are good at giving options, giving guidance. But if you rely on a meal plan, you're never going to succeed, right? It's like a diet. And you know how I feel about those, right? But I always will give a meal plan because people expect it. Is that true or is that an assumption?
I like the recipes. I don't care for the meal plan.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Or guide of a meal plan, but I like the recipes because I've gotten some really great ones in the last 5, 6, whatever years.
Thank you for that. Guys, really, what do you want? Like, I can just say, over the last 6 years, you all wanted meal plans, but maybe you guys are getting to a place now where you're like, no, I don't really want a meal plan. I like the recipes. If you give me a recipe and you tell me when to eat it or suggest when I can eat it, that's helpful. Because that's a meal plan. Any other questions, hopes, dreams? I can't do anything for you guys. You're all perfect. Wendy goes, and I do appreciate you ladies who always have your camera on week over week, because then I don't look at a black screen and it brings me joy. So if everybody could turn their camera on as I say goodbye, that would make me happy. Yay, Alice! Thank you. Yay, Megan, Kathy. Come on, we can do it. We only have 4 more squares to light up, and then I'll say goodnight. Thank you, Lisa. Then I know you're just not turning your camera on and then leaving the room. Linda, Daisha, Lisa. Oh, driving. Yeah, no, don't. Oh, you are driving, Megan. Okay, be careful, honey girl. All right, I'm just gonna check oh, there's Lisa. Oh, wait, Lisa. Christine, can you turn your camera on? Is it possible, honey?
No, my camera doesn't work on the Zoom on my phone.
Can you see Lisa? Lisa Street? She's waving. I'm only saying that because I wanted to connect you guys.
Oh,
Yeah. And you could just see her face, but.
I'm scrolling through to try to see her. Hi,
Oh,
Lisa.
thanks, Daisha. She goes, I don't know how. Kathy, you said you'd love these to continue. I would love these to continue. I feel like they've been really a lot of help. So these are going to be an LVD. If you wouldn't mind, if you could just think of it, maybe just email me, heather@evofitnh.com. Maybe some topics that we haven't talked about that you would like more information on. That would be so helpful because I will make it happen. So your wishes will be my command. Yeah, we'll definitely do these for LBD. And I mean, Monday nights seem to work really well, although it does make me miss my Course of Miracles course that's at 5:30 on Mondays. And so I haven't been able to go because I do it for you. No guilt, no guilt. Oh, yeah, Jody says, since I'm new, don't mind the meal plan. I think that's a great suggestion. So thank you, Jode. Let me see, anyone else? Do you have to eat seafood? You do not ever have to eat anything you don't want to. I will tell you that. Let me see, any other questions? Oh, so one person is going to have surgery. Will I be able to lose fat without working out a lot in January? Hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. I didn't work out for 10 days and I lost fat. Why? Cortisol levels were down. When you're recovering from surgery, you're going to be a vegetable. Let them people wait on you. Don't stress about shit. Just breathe. I did a lot when I was sick. I did a lot of podcasts, meditations. You can use this brain. You can use this muscle instead of these muscles. Try to develop new habits during those times. How could you set up your morning ritual? How could you set up your nighttime ritual? Work on those things that you don't have time for when you are in your normal life. So yes, you can burn fat. And guess how you're going to do it? Because you're going to eat a lot of protein. Or is it the right way? I don't know.